Just a quick update. Travis Hunter was injured during practice on Thursday. He will be placed on IR here shortly. We'll miss at least 4 games. We're currently assessing the injury just to determine the best course of action moving forward for Travis and for the team.
Obviously, huge blow, but what's your initial thought?
Yeah, you just, feel bad for the guy, for the kid, for our team, for everything. But, he's in good spirits right now, and minor setback for a major comeback. That's just the way it's got to be.
Who's got to step up a receiver now?
I don't know if it's anybody, necessarily specific, right? It's the whole crew go out and let's go perform, right? We've go back to training camp days that Travis was on defense, and it was, Diami, BT, and Parker rolling at the receiver positions and did some really good things. So I have a lot of confidence in these guys that it's a great opportunity for all of us to work through a little adversity and the guys to go out and perform at a high level.
The trajectory was kind of like this coming off of that Rams game. How tough is it for a person to get hurt right now?
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal timing. Not that any injury is ever ideal timing, but got to believe his mental, the makeup, his general attitude towards life, and how things, how he handles dealing with specific situations. I have a lot of belief in Travis as a person, as a competitor, to come back better than ever.
When you got a guy like him who's, man in 2 positions, how much does that shake up, your roster composition? You're not talking about just a guy subbing at a receiver. Now you got to look at your numbers at corner.
Yeah, we're already heavy at corner in terms of how many we carried during the game. So really, it's not going to affect that much in terms of a number standpoint at corner. We're good there in terms of the numbers. Now, receiver position, we'll elevate a couple guys this week in terms of getting back ready to play, have a backup F, and be able to supplement, some of those guys.
You guys could certainly be playing well into January. Do you feel like there's a chance that eventually Travis will be back, or is it still?
That I don't know. We're still assessing. We haven't gotten all of the information. This all kind of got going last night, when we got some information. So we're still waiting on further information to be able to determine how long it could be. Yeah.
Kind of switching gears a little bit, but Greg Newsome, has he earned a bigger role now that he's been here for a few weeks? Are you more comfortable with him?
I had a great talk with Greg yesterday, actually, pre-practice, and man, he just feels so much more comfortable with the calls, the communication in the back end with those guys, the comfort level of playing in the system a little bit longer. Man, he definitely has a lot of confidence right now, and I was like, man, now that you feel that way, everybody knows it's hard to just step in and play at any position, but especially back there where it's got to be, the goldfish mentality of the next play and keep rolling. Got a lot of confidence in Greg right now. I think he's going to continue to ascend.
Greg, Devin Lloyd come along this week. Does it look positive for some?
Yeah, we're still waiting to see on that right now. We'll have a better feel today on the grass and see where we're at.
What about with Eric Murray?
Yeah, probably not right now, yeah.
What have you seen from Antonio Johnson?
Man, Antonio I thought he had a really good week of practice. Guy obviously made a huge play for us at Houston, has been a big part of our dime packages throughout the year, being able to move him around in different positions in terms of playing that linebacker, the safety. A lot of talent, and he knows, hey, man, I got a great opportunity here, and have a lot of confidence in him. Great athlete, long, rangy, and the more he gets comfortable with the communication back there and playing with Dewey and those guys in the back end, I think you look for Antonio to have a good week and step up this week as well.
In terms of the depth beyond Antonio, how would you evaluate the rest of the safety position, especially if Eric can't go on Sunday?
Yeah, we'll see. If Eric's able to go or not. We're still kind of working through it, but Khalif and Rayon Lane are back there being able to. Rayon had a great week of practice as well. Khalif still had been getting onboarded within the systems, done a great job staying here late, working through the details, working with Perk a ton. So got confidence in those guys, and they know what's at stake as well.
How much do you have to adjust, like, game plan wise when you lose a guy like Travis, a few days before a game?
Yeah, there were some tweaks that had to be made for sure, but I really do. It's not like anything like this is ever seamless, right? But we have dealt with in training camp all the way through all spring of days that he was on defense, the offense didn't have him, and vice versa. And so we've operated. Now, I'm not saying it's ever easy, but I do believe and have a lot of confidence that go out, guys, let's go let it rip, play, have fun, cut it loose. And it's on us, obviously, to put them in a position to be successful. And, the plan has to do with that. So there was a little tweaking that had to be done. But honestly, the guys all handled it great.
How's Cam Little's with the practice, man?
I mean, hasn't missed a kick in 3 weeks, so he hit the ball better than, not better. He's been hitting the ball really well in practice. He has. You definitely felt, he never is a guy that walks around with little confidence. Really, he's got confidence, and everybody has confidence in him. So I think it's just an opportunity of getting an op in the game, getting that thing through the uprights and feeling good again. That's just the reality. He was kicking the heck out of the thing yesterday. So excited about the op for Cam.
How big of an opportunity is this for Brian Thomas Jr.? He hasn't had the start he probably wanted, but now with not having Travis, this is a huge chance for him to sort of say, hey, let me help carry you guys a little bit here.
Yeah, I really think watching this week's practice, feeling BT out there, specifically Wednesday, Thursday, not as much counting the bonus day, he practiced the best I've seen him practice. I mean that, truly believe that, told him that, and really expect him to show up and make some huge plays for us as we go. And look, you don't have to go and be anybody but the best version of BTJ, and that's going to be damn good enough.
With it being so close to the trade deadline, does Travis's injury kind of force you guys to be a little bit more aggressive than you would have been?
Nah, I think we'll look at, assess, some of those situations. But again, I got confidence in the guys that we have, and getting them these opportunities. And sometimes it's like, man, guys, let's just go play ball, right? Let's just go execute what we know how to go execute at a high level. Have a lot of faith in these guys to be able to step up, and regardless of the situation, it's never fun dealing with it. And I know those guys feel for Trav, but they know what's at stake in terms of the opportunity that they all have. But I don't think they're all going to go looking out like they've got to go be anything but the best version of themselves.
Does this help you that you've kind of been through something like this before back, the Rams in 22 a little bit?
Yeah, we talked, we definitely, James and I and Tony talked about that a little bit, especially last year in Tampa, losing Mike and Chris. And it is truly a next man up mentality. You feel terrible, right? You feel pretty crappy about how it goes down, but ultimately it's next man up opportunity, and we've got a job to do. And this is a great chance for us to get back on track, go out on the road, cross the country again, and go try to put our best product on the field, because at the end of the day, it's about the W.
You talked about before getting back to the run game, just when you lose a pass catcher like that, how much does that emphasize it, sort of, if at all?
Yeah, I think we want to get back to being balanced, right? It's like we're not going to just force one thing or the other and bang our heads against the wall. So that's been a part of our thought process, regardless of what this just occurred, So, you lose a guy that's been able to make some plays for you with the ball in his hands, which is, always a challenge. But look, from us as coaches and players, that's the time where you really got to make sure you're putting them in a great position to be successful. And look, man, we got to go make some plays that when we're out there and our number's called. But, we want to be able to get back to that balance regardless of the Travis thing.
Maybe not this week, but do you start rethinking personnel groupings moving forward because of injuries like that?
Yeah, there's only so many ones you can use, right? You get 11, 12, 21, you know, so we're obviously got the 2 tight ends still, right, you know, at the moment in terms of working through some of that. But, no, I don't think it'll alter too much, right? Like, you're ultimately going to live in those personnel groupings until otherwise, and it won't affect too much, I don't think.
Okay, Coach, thanks so much.
All right, guys.